Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a play. Washington Commanders fans have something to cheer about this week as quarterback Jayden Daniels made a full return to practice after nursing a significant elbow injury. That has kept him off the field for the past 4 weeks. What began as a situation where Daniels was not cleared for any contact gradually progressed to limited practice sessions, and now, finally, he is participating fully with the team, a development that brings a spark of optimism to a season that has otherwise been full of struggles. This news comes via a post on X by the Washington Commanders, and it signals that Daniels' recovery is moving along well, though there are still lingering questions about whether he will see action in Week 14, as the Commanders face off against the Minnesota Vikings. The team's current record of 3 wins and 9 losses means that the playoffs are already out of reach, which has led some to question the prudence of rushing Daniels back into action this late in the season. Nevertheless, his return is being closely monitored by coaches, teammates, and fans alike, eager to see him back under center. The context of Daniels' injury adds weight to this story. The quarterback suffered his elbow injury during a game against the Seattle Seahawks, a matchup that left many fans and analysts concerned about the severity of the situation. Initially, there was speculation that Daniels might miss the remainder of the season, a scenario that would have been difficult for a team still trying to evaluate its young quarterback and plan for the future. Head coach Dan Quinn faced substantial criticism for keeping Daniels in the game where the injury occurred, and now, with the team having nothing significant to play for in terms of postseason contention, there is a cautious approach being taken to ensure that Daniels' health is prioritized over short-term outcomes. Returning him to full practice is a promising sign that the Commanders are optimistic about his progress. But any decision to play him in the coming games will have to balance the risk of re-injury with the potential benefits of gaining valuable in-game experience. Daniels' limited time on the field this season has made it difficult to fully gauge his potential at the professional level. Over the course of 6 games, he has completed 60.5% of his passes, throwing for 1,184 yards. His touchdown-to-interception ratio stands at 8-2, which is a solid foundation for a rookie quarterback, demonstrating his ability to protect the football while still generating scoring opportunities. This limited sample size means that both fans and analysts are hungry to see what Daniels can do when fully healthy and given more consistent playing time. Offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury has been vocal about the desire to see Daniels return, emphasizing the importance of continuing his development and building chemistry with the team's offensive weapons. According to Kingsbury, the ultimate goal is to have Daniels grow as a player, while simultaneously fostering stronger connections with his teammates, which will set the stage for a more promising season next year. Kingsbury's comments highlight the broader perspective that the Commanders are taking with Daniels' recovery and future development. The team wants Daniels to continue to learn as a player, continue to grow as a player, and hopefully have some of these weapons out there with him that we can build some more rapport with going into next year, Kingsbury said, acknowledging that while this season has not unfolded as hoped, there is value in continuing to cultivate talent and cohesion within the offense. Even in a season where wins have been hard to come by, maintaining focus on development and improvement is a positive takeaway. The Commanders have some winnable matchups remaining, including games against the Vikings and the New York Giants in the coming weeks, which could serve as an opportunity for Daniels to re-establish himself on the field and gain confidence heading into the offseason. Following those contests, the team will face the Philadelphia Eagles twice and the Dallas Cowboys once, which will likely present more formidable challenges. But any success in the next 2 games could be instrumental in building momentum and evaluating Daniels' readiness for the future. The narrative surrounding Daniels' recovery is also a testament to his resilience as a young player. Coming back from a significant elbow injury requires not only physical rehabilitation but also mental fortitude, as quarterbacks must trust their arm, their mechanics, and their ability to withstand contact. Daniels has shown determination throughout this process, moving from a status of no contact clearance to limited practice and now full participation. This trajectory underscores his commitment to the team and his desire to continue developing despite the setbacks of the season. For the Commanders, having a healthy Daniels in practice allows the coaching staff to experiment with plays, assess the quarterback's readiness, and gradually reintroduce him to the intensity of live game scenarios, all of which are critical steps in ensuring that when he does return to action, he can perform effectively and safely. Fans and analysts alike are watching closely as the Commanders navigate this period. There is a fine balance between the urgency to get Daniels back on the field and the caution necessary to protect a young quarterback's long-term health. The coaching staff has to weigh the benefits of giving him in-game reps against the risk of aggravating the injury, especially in a season where playoff implications are no longer relevant. Yet, even in this challenging situation, the excitement surrounding his return is palpable. The Commanders have been struggling with consistency at the quarterback position, and Daniels' return could inject some much-needed energy and stability into the offense. His presence on the practice field, executing plays and rebuilding timing with receivers, is a step toward creating a more cohesive and confident team unit, which is essential for future success. Beyond the technical aspects of the game, Daniels' return also has a psychological impact on the team. Teammates see a young quarterback pushing through adversity, which can inspire a renewed sense of commitment and belief within the locker room. For a team that has experienced more losses than wins this season, any boost in morale can translate into more focused and spirited performances on the field. Daniels' ability to participate fully in practice sends a message that the team is not giving up, even in a challenging season, and that development and improvement are ongoing priorities. This mindset aligns with Kingsbury's vision of building chemistry, learning from each game, and preparing for future campaigns with a stronger, more cohesive offense as the Commanders prepare for their upcoming matchups. All eyes will be on Daniels to see if he can translate his recovery into meaningful in-game performance, with 2 games against teams like the Vikings and the Giants presenting opportunities for victories. The coaching staff will have to decide whether to ease him back in gradually or take advantage of these relatively winnable contests to evaluate his full potential. Regardless of how these decisions unfold, Daniels' return to full participation in practice marks a pivotal moment in the season, signaling hope for the fans and the team alike. It is a story of perseverance, growth, and the ongoing journey of a young quarterback striving to make his mark in the NFL. Even amid a season that has been far from ideal, Washington Commanders supporters can take some comfort in knowing that the future is not being neglected, and that with Daniels' health on the mend, the groundwork is being laid for a more promising and competitive team in the years to come. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. Terry McLaurin, the star wide receiver for the Washington Commanders, has once again sent shockwaves through the NFL universe, and this time, it's not about his explosive plays on the field. Rumors have been swirling for weeks about tension behind the scenes in D.C., but nobody expected the silence to be broken in such a dramatic, almost cinematic fashion. Sources close to the team suggest that McLaurin has been harboring frustrations that go beyond missed targets or play calling. Apparently, they are deeply personal critiques aimed directly at the Commanders' coaching staff. In a statement that has the lead buzzing from coast to coast, McLaurin allegedly did not mince words when asked about his relationship with the head coach, delivering remarks that have left fans and insiders alike scrambling to make sense of the implications. The very idea that a player of his stature could speak out so candidly, so publicly, is sending a ripple through locker rooms everywhere. Some insiders describe the moment as almost unprecedented, a rupture in the usual veil of professionalism that tends to mask conflicts behind the scenes in the NFL. The whispers first began to gain traction when snippets of interviews and casual remarks started to circulate online, painting a picture of a locker room that, at least from McLaurin's perspective, has been far from harmonious. Analysts and commentators are already dissecting every possible angle, speculating about what McLaurin's words could mean for the Commanders' dynamics moving forward. Was this a culmination of months of frustration boiling over, or a calculated risk to assert his stance and perhaps even shake up the hierarchy? The NFL community is abuzz with questions. What will the coaching staff's response be? Will there be repercussions? Or is this part of a broader narrative that McLaurin is quietly crafting? One that positions him as more than just a key player, but a force that demands to be heard. Every sports talk show and podcast has latched onto the story, replaying McLaurin's comments and analyzing the subtext, trying to parse the tone, the timing, and the intent behind every phrase. The tension is palpable, as if the entire team's future might hinge on how this episode unfolds. Fans in D.C. have reacted, with a mix of shock, excitement, and concern, taking to social media to voice their opinions, speculate wildly, and defend their hero. McLaurin, after all, is not just a player. He is a symbol of hope and resilience for many Commanders supporters, and the idea that he would publicly challenge the authority of the coaching staff strikes a chord that goes beyond mere sports analysis. Forums and comment sections are overflowing with debates. Some argue that McLaurin is justified, that the coach's strategies have been questionable, and that the veteran wide receiver has the right to speak his truth. Others worry about the fallout, imagining the potential fractures that could emerge in a locker room already navigating the pressures of a high-stakes season in the NFL, where discipline, hierarchy, and image are everything. McLaurin's outburst is being treated as a seismic event, one that could redefine how player-coach relationships are viewed not just in Washington, but across the league. The story gains even more intrigue when considering McLaurin's status within the team. He is not just any player, he is a franchise cornerstone, a leader whose voice carries weight both on and off the field. His performance has been consistently elite, earning accolades, respect, and recognition league-wide. For him to step into a realm that most players avoid entirely, direct criticism of the coaching staff, is a testament to both his confidence and perhaps his frustration. Sports journalists are already speculating about the possible motivations behind his candidness. Is McLaurin positioning himself for a future beyond the Commanders, signaling potential trade considerations or contract negotiations? Or is this a calculated move to shake up the team culture, to demand better communication, more respect, or changes in strategy that he believes will enhance performance? Every angle has been explored, every rumor dissected, yet the full story remains tantalizingly elusive, feeding the wildfire of speculation that surrounds DC and the NFL as a whole. Insiders also hint at the potential domino effect of McLaurin's remarks within the tight-knit ecosystem of professional football. News travels fast, and the reactions of other players, assistant coaches, and even opponents are being closely monitored. Some say locker rooms are now buzzing with nervous energy as teammates try to navigate the tension between loyalty to a star player and adherence to the coaching hierarchy. The implications for team chemistry are significant. A single statement, especially one as provocative as McLaurin's, can change the atmosphere in ways that ripple across every practice, meeting, and game. Analysts have pointed out that in recent years, the NFL has seen similar moments where star players have clashed publicly with coaches, and the outcomes vary widely from improved performance under pressure to complete organizational upheaval. The Commanders, it seems, are now at a crossroads, with the entire league watching closely to see which path they will take. Meanwhile, social media platforms are aflame with debate and conjecture. Clips of McLaurin's interviews, real or rumored, have gone viral, each view and share amplifying the intensity of the moment. Hashtags are trending as fans voice both support and concern, while memes, reactions, and speculative commentary flood timelines. Every pundit has an opinion, every fan feels entitled to weigh in, and the narrative seems to grow more dramatic with each passing hour. It is as if the NFL has become a stage for a drama where the script is being written in real time, and Terry McLaurin has emerged as both protagonist and instigator. Even casual observers of the sport are drawn in, fascinated by the clash between individual talent and institutional authority. A story as old as the game itself, but now electrified by the immediacy of social media and the celebrity of the athletes involved. Rumors also suggest that the coaching staff is deliberating carefully before responding. In an environment where every word can be scrutinized, misinterpreted, or sensationalized, the pressure is immense. Some insiders report that meetings behind closed doors are ongoing, aimed at addressing not just the comments themselves, but the underlying tensions that led to them. Will there be reconciliation, stern warnings, or strategic adjustments to avoid further friction? The uncertainty keeps analysts, commentators, and fans alike on edge, wondering if the team's trajectory for the season might be influenced as much by interpersonal dynamics as by the X and O's on the field. The intrigue is compounded by the fact that McLaurin is known for his professionalism and focus, which makes this sudden, almost rebellious declaration even more striking. Was it a calculated message, a burst of frustration, or a signal of a deeper issue within the franchise? The questions multiply, and the story continues to unfold like a high-stakes thriller. Beyond the immediate shock, McLaurin's statements are igniting broader conversations about player empowerment in the NFL. Historically, The league has been dominated by strict hierarchies, where criticism of coaches is often muted or expressed privately. McLaurin's public remarks challenge that paradigm, inviting debate about the balance of power between players and management, the importance of transparency, and the role of leadership in fostering or stifling talent. Commentators are drawing parallels to other high-profile clashes in sports history, weighing the potential for both conflict and transformation. Could this be a turning point, not just for the Commanders, but for how star athletes assert themselves in professional football? The implications extend far beyond DC, touching on league-wide culture, player autonomy, and the evolving nature of team dynamics in one of the most scrutinized sports in the world. As the rumor mill churns, speculation continues to spiral. Every move by McLaurin, every glance from the coaching staff, every tweet or cryptic comment is dissected for hidden meaning. The story has taken on a life of its own, captivating fans, analysts, and casual observers alike. What started as a single, unexpected comment has blossomed into a narrative filled with suspense, tension, and uncertainty. One that could define a chapter in NFL history. Whether the fallout strengthens the team, reshapes leadership, or fuels ongoing drama, one thing is clear: Terry McLaurin's declaration has silenced the usual chatter and replaced it with a focused, electrifying attention that spans the league. The NFL, for the moment, is holding its breath, waiting to see the next act in this unfolding saga. And DC has become the epicenter of a story that promises intrigue, emotion, and the unpredictable nature of sports at its highest level. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.